accept to call him a musical genius. Please welcome back to the show the one and only Sir Elton John. I'm just checking out what you're wearing. Just
yeah.
Because see, even though it seems like a black suit, look at the back and look at how the zippers on the back of the.
Yeah.
Who makes that?
Yohji Yamamoto.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
They make an excellent salad.
They do. Yes.
They chop it right at the table for you, Yohji Yamamoto. So I can't even believe it. I was watching you during rehearsal, and I was telling the audience before you came out here how I just adore you, and I love you, and every time I hear your music, I love you, and then I see you in person and hear you in person, and it just is even better than what you, because usually people don't live up to their albums, and you are, if it's possible, even better live.
Thank you.
Which is... Which is rare, you know. I mean, you go see people and you hope that they're going to live up to what you expect from them.
Well, if I'm no good by now, then I should retire. I've been on the road since I was 17, so that's, oh God, that's 40 years. As you get older, you should be getting better. You know, I seen Tony Bennett last year. He was 72, and I've never seen him sing better. So, I mean, there you go.
Yeah, but that's great, but that's rare. That's not always. I mean, I saw Stevie Wonder in the same thing. Stevie Wonder was amazing. And this is, you said you were doing it for 40 years. It's your 43rd album?
This is my 43rd album, yeah.
That's... You just keep churning them out, and this song is beautiful as well. And I know you're doing tons of press for the album right now. And other than that, I haven't really heard much about you in the press. Nothing's really going on. What's going on? What's happening?
Well, there were a couple of incidents that happened close to each other. I mean, we were in Taiwan for a concert, and we arrived there after a 7-hour journey because you can't fly from China, where we were before, because they don't think Taiwan exists. So we had to go through Hong Kong into Taiwan. We arrived at 12 o'clock at night after 7 hours. We knew we were going to have to go through the terminal. That's okay. But we were just bombarded by cameramen and photographers who wouldn't let us walk because they were walking backwards very slowly. It was a kind of half-a-mile walk to the immigration. They were allowed to photograph us going through immigration, which took 45 minutes. And you know what? At the end, they became abusive. I became abusive. And, you know, one thing led to another. So... But you know what? I'm 57. I'm fed up with pussyfooting around things.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Thank
don't
you.
show the side that makes you do things like that. How aggravating, and you're exhausted after 7 hours.
I'm human, you know.
Yeah.
I just, you know, we went, and it was a shame because the whole of the Far East that we went to was so brilliant. China, South Korea, Hong Kong, and Taiwan itself. The concert and the people could not have been better. They could have not have been nicer. And, you know, to show what it's like, between the press in Taiwan, they have this thing with the police at the airport where they can go through the metal detectors with their cameras, and the metal detectors go off, and the police don't care. So, you know, flying out of Taipei is not exactly a security good idea, I don't think, because it's just weird, you know.
Well, and I would imagine, like you said, you've been...
You know, I'll give a photographer any, you know, I go through the airport at London, the guys are nice, how are you doing? You got off a 12-hour flight from LA, you don't feel very good. But, you know, they're human beings, they're very nice, they ask you a question, they take your photograph, and they go away. These guys were walking backwards so slowly, they wouldn't. They said, why don't you get out of Taiwan? And this is not the first time it's happened to people, so they just caught me at the wrong moment. And you know what? I ain't gonna put up with it.
Yeah, well, good. Good for you. Because I would think that it would be really hard for you. I mean, you're doing the show in Las Vegas right now, which I'm dying to see, which is supposed to be incredible.
It is a great show, thanks to David LaChapelle, the fusion of my music and what he's done behind me and in front of me and whatever. I wanted to raise the bar. You know, we went to Las Vegas and everyone thought, oh, well, Elton's going to Vegas now. It's the end of his career. But the whole point of going to Vegas and this beautiful theater, which Caesars have built for Celine Dion, was to go there when she had some time off. So I'm having a ball.
Well, I'm dying to see it because I heard it was amazing, and David LaChapelle is a genius. But my question is, first of all, so you're doing it in the same theater as Celine Dion?
Yeah.
Now, who's the bigger diva, would you say? Is it... Like, did she leave anything in the dressing room?
I don't leave any banana skins outside her room, but she's a really nice lady. I mean, I first met Celine Dion when she was about 14 or 15, when she won the Eurovision Song Contest, so I've known her for quite some time. Everybody at Caesar's Palace who works backstage, and that's what you can judge, loves her.
Yeah.
Because she treats everyone great, and she has that reputation. So as far as I'm concerned, she may be a diva, but she's a nice diva.
That's important.
Yeah.
All right, but I have more questions about, I don't even know how, because you're living in the hotel in Las Vegas?
I have.
All right, I got to ask you questions about that. We have to take a break. We'll
Okay.
be right back. We're back with the incredible Sir Elton John, and you were saying that you're in Vegas right now performing for a little while, and so you're living in the hotel.
Right.
What do you do all day? I mean, do you gamble? Do you hang out?
I don't gamble. I just hang out. You know, I travel so much all during the year that it's actually nice to be in one place for 2 or 3 weeks. I've tried to go out shopping, you know, because people know I like to shop, but I get chased down the mall by, you know, I'm 57. I said to someone to my friend Bob Halley, who looks after me, we were running from these people who were chasing us. We had to go out the back of Virgin Records, and I said, you know, this is ridiculous. I'm 57. 30 years ago, this would have been fine.
Yeah.
But, I listen to records. I catch up with my mail. I'm doing promotion for the album that's coming out. So I'm pretty busy during the day. I work out during the mornings, have a trainer, play tennis. So,
because I would think that would be really hard when you were talking about how aggravating the press can get if you're trying to go somewhere, and that you're always just bombarded. I mean, but the fact that, and I know you love to shop, so that might, now, were you going to the Gap? Where were you headed? Have you ever been in the Gap?
I have been to the Gap, yes.
You've been to the Gap?
Yeah, I've been to the Gap.
Have you ever bought anything at the Gap?
Only for kids.
They have
my
cute...
godchildren. They have the best kids' clothes there.
Really cute.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Target?
Yes, I have.
Because I know you're like...
In France, it's called Target.
Target, that's right. It's very fancy there. And that's what I love, too, is that you can get any music you want from the record companies, but you actually go and buy...
I hate getting free records. I go and buy. There's, you know, one of the things you should do is go and buy records if you like to buy CDs, and I do.
To support
young acts, you know?
Yeah. Now, and just briefly, because I don't want to bring this up really, I'm sure you're sick of it, but we're talking about musicians and performances. There was a problem with Madonna. Are y'all okay right now? I just want to make sure, because I care.
I was at a music awards ceremony in London, and everybody, the host of it was, you know, taking, as the English say, the piss out of everybody. And I got a songwriting award, and Madonna was nominated in a section, Best Live Gig of the Year. And all these bands that really work hard go out and play and, you know, earn their crust in their vans. And I just thought, Madonna is an incredible performer, but if it said Best Show of the Year, I wouldn't have minded. But there is an element in her show which is pre-recorded, and even though she said it's not. And I just said, you know, she shouldn't get even nominated for that. If it's best show,
like lip syncing, you're saying?
Yeah. And I know she's not the only one to do it, and she's not the biggest offender by any means, because most, you know, she does sing live and a lot of things. But my argument was, well, they say, well, she dances a lot. But then I've seen Shirley MacLaine, and I've seen Liza Minnelli, I've seen Bette Midler, and I've seen Mick Jagger at 60 run around the stage for 2.5 hours. I think she's a great artist. I think she's one of the most innovative artists that have come out, but she's a product of the video generation. She's not like, you know, we were talking about, she's not a me, she's not a Clapton, she's not that. She's an entirely different... The 80s changed things, and Madonna was part of that. She's written great songs. I have complete admiration for her, but I don't think she should have been included in Best Live Gig of the Year when some of it's pre-recorded. I just think it's wrong.
Yeah. But it's an amazing...
But I know, do I have respect for her?
Show.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, y'all are friends, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I just, you know, me and my big mouth, and these bands... These bands go around and they're trying to learn their craft and their musicianship by playing live every night. And that's what you know, if you go and see a show and you're paying $300 a ticket, which I think some of the, you should be told beforehand that some of this music isn't live.
Right. Well, sometimes you can tell sometimes, you know.
You can tell sometimes, yeah.
I mean, when I'm right after I dance, a lot of times I lip sync a lot of the stuff when I sit down.
Well,
because I'm out of breath.
I just think if you're going to perform on stage live, you should sing live and you should play live. That is the essence of it.
Of live.
Yeah.
speaking of that, we have to, we're going to go to commercial, and we're going to come back, and you're going to sing.
Having said that, I'm going to mime to my next
Yeah,
record.
I was going to say, would you lip sync this next song? We're going to come back, and you're going to sing a new song from Peachtree Road, your new CD.